We're students at Minnesota State Mankato, and we had a big idea. Turn our love of gaming into a varsity esports team. In our first year, we earned a national championship and created a fun and friendly community. Be a Maverick. Learn more at mnsu.edu.
Stay in the loop with Mavericks Esports. Sign up for our newsletter, scan this code, or visit esports.mnsu.edu and follow us on social media at esportsmnsu.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another instance of Minnesota State University Mankato Overwatch. My name is Zojalix, and joined with me is the Rocket League legend himself, Kiwi. How you doing tonight?
Doing great. You know, it's Overwatch. You can never complain about Overwatch.
That's true.
This team right here has been doing really good. We were just talking about 5-5 in the most recent big. I forgot what that tournament was called. But
it was like the Overwatch Collegiate Cup. There was over 300 schools that were all playing in it. Like just this absolutely massive tournament.
And for us to go even is pretty good, I think.
Yeah, no, I definitely will take that. Absolutely. And now today they are going to be going up against Anna Maria College. I don't know anything about their Overwatch squad, but either way, we're going to be hopping on to Lijiang Tower in Control, which is a pretty standard start from what we've seen all throughout this season. We've seen a lot of Lijiang Tower, so or maybe that'll be changing.
Wait.
Nope, it is definitely not
Nepal.
Lijiang Tower. It is Nepal. We are getting corrected on the fly. But either way, also, still not that unheard of a map. Absolutely beautiful map to be able to see. So I'm excited to see what the squad is going to be able to be pulling out here. They have been working all the time trying to continue to get better, working on new comps. We saw some new comps last week as they were pulling out new characters. So I'm excited to see what they're going to be pulling out. I don't know if they've been pulling out so many new comps from last week, but for a good chunk of the season, they were playing a lot of the Zarya, but now their tanks has actually changed because apparently Zarya got absolutely nerfed into the ground.
That's one thing I don't like about this game.
So they're kind of switching back and forth between the Ramatra and the Reinhardt. So
ooh, Reinhardt.
Yeah,
you can never go wrong with him.
True. I love Reinhardt. It's so cool to see just some really awesome massive pins, or if you get that well placed. I remember last week, Foos had a play as Reinhardt where he actually managed to get behind the enemy lines and then taking all 5 of them down.
Oh,
and
okay.
It was such a beautiful chef's kiss kind of play from our team. So I'm definitely going to be looking for more stuff like that from Foos here tonight.
We were just talking a little bit about a little off camera about who on this team that we gotta look out for. Who's the big X factor of this team. I was saying that it was Blue when his DPS is on. No matter who he plays, whether it's Genji or whoever he plays, Blue is that guy. Straight up, if he is playing on, no team could beat us.
Absolutely.
Do you agree with me on this?
I think that's a solid point. Honestly, it's really hard to find any of those players that are their one big thing, because every single player has such a key role on this squad that to be able to just say, oh hey, it's Blue or it's Foost or it's Sympathy, it's so hard. And honestly, see, I'm weird. My love of my love for anything when it comes to, mainly when it comes to Overwatch, are the support players. So, I have to give my vote for Moon and I, honestly, both of them. Because no matter how good your DPS is, no matter how much damage you're tanking, if you're constantly dying, it doesn't matter.
Exactly. I agree with you. I can agree with that. When I play Overwatch, I'm a support main.
I'm
going to get a lot of hate. This is why I don't have the chat up on my phone for what I'm about to say. I'm a Mercy main.
Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine.
But,
Mercy's my third, so you're good.
If not Mercy, it's Ana, and I feel like Ana is pretty respectable.
Ana is also. I'm an Ana. It's Lucio, Ana, Mercy for me.
Didn't Lucio just get buffed too?
I think so.
Where if you shoot your teammate, you heal him too, instead of doing the passive heal circle. You
can get extra healing from that.
Don't quote me on that. I saw that on TikTok. I don't know if that was actually a good source or not. So if I'm saying some bullcrap, do not trust me.
I don't know if we can ever actually trust anything that we're getting off of TikTok. It's
exactly.
TikTok. I've been seeing because with recently the Spider-Man 2 has come out and they're like, oh, don't play Spider-Man 2 on PS4. It's been all over my TikTok, and I'm like, that's literally impossible, right?
Yeah.
You can't do that. So,
speaking of TikTok, you guys should follow us on TikTok at Esports MNSU. You guys should also follow us on all the rest of our social medias on Twitter, Facebook,
Instagram. It is all right up there. Don't look at me. It's up on the board.
I draw blank sometimes. It's been a while since I casted, other than last night. But yeah, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, at Esports MNSU. Follow us on there. Twitter's our big one. If you guys want to see the scores, schedules, whatever, Twitter is our main one. TikTok is our entertainment one. We got Fake Warlord who's running that account, doing a great job of it since Kato's graduated. We miss Katos.
We do miss Katos.
But
And,
Yeah.
you know, speaking of our Twitter, if you guys were among the attendee groups here at this last weekend's Rock the Land, a lot of the pictures and everything are actually getting uploaded onto our Twitter periodically, just kind of continuing to highlight it. And I got to say, they're looking so good.
Yeah. There was one of them that the Call of Duty boys they like retweeted or whatever where there's a picture of Fluid who was like leaning into his monitor like fully locked in. It was like it was perfect like was resolution. It was such a clear picture. I'm just blabbering. Holy.
I think out of like all of those guys, I think Fluid is the most photogenic, but
Oh my
but he
God.
is also the most soft spoken out of the entire
Oh, yeah.
squad, and I think that is absolutely a perfect combination.
If Paul's watching us, Paul is I think he was either the coach or the manager for our Call of Duty team a few years ago. Paul, if you're watching, Paul came up to me and saying like I never heard Fluid talk, but the one time I did, it was something that I can't repeat. So it was pretty funny to hear that because that proves how soft spoken he is. He's from Hawaii. If you didn't know that, and he has. I know you guys probably didn't quite see him a whole lot on like as a person on the Rockstar Invitational, but he's like this cool tattoo right here.
Yeah,
Dude,
that
Fluid's a really cool guy. Is what I'm basically trying to say.
Fluid is super cool. I learned because I'm just gonna call everybody in this community out. Fluid is the only one who stops by my streams.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Fluid is the only one, and I've known all you else longer, but Fluid is in there all the time. What's up with that, huh, Kiwi?
So I don't really watch Twitch all that much. The only one I watch is Jinxie, and that's like maybe once every 2 weeks.
Golly, excuses. You know what they say about excuses, right?
I don't see you hop into my streams.
Do you even stream?
I used to stream all the time last semester.
Well, okay, that was last semester when I didn't know anybody, and I
What
was
do you mean?
like
We casted
shy as
multiple
heck.
times last semester.
We never casted together
Yeah,
last
we did.
semester.
We can watch the VODs.
Are
man.
you sure we?
I'm almost certain we did.
I don't know about that. Well, either way, we're still getting quite set up here on this Overwatch game, so we are going to be tossing it over to a quick break, and when we come back, we are going to be getting ready with the opening map between Maverick Esports and Anna Maria College. So don't go anywhere, guys. We will be right back. Welcome back, everybody, to Maverick Esports versus Anna Maria College in Overwatch. We are just about ready to go into game. We're actually going to be loading into the game right now. We're loading into Nepal on Control. So for those who don't really know what Control is, it is King of the Hill. It's pretty much through and through. You're playing King of the Hill. You are going for trying to, well, gain control of the one hill. Once you gain control of that hill, bring it up to 100%, then you get a point. First team to, I believe it's 3 points, wins, and then you win the first map. And one of the nice things about Overwatch is I love the fact that, similar to Call of Duty, how every single map is a different game mode.
Yeah.
It makes it so interesting, and it forces the players to adapt so much, not just how they play, but who they play, and yeah. So I'm really excited to see what the squad is going to be pulling out here. We've got Foost opening up on...
That's Sigma.
That's Sigma?
Or Sugma, sorry. I don't remember. I forgot how to pronounce his name. It is...
We have a cheat sheet. So
Sigma.
Sigma.
That was right.
So we've got Sigma. We've got the Bastion. We have on the DPS. I do remember seeing something. We have Symmetra.
Baptiste and Lucio.
Yep, Bap and Lucio. Big shocker that we're seeing Bap. They were talking a lot
With
that...
Moon.
Or actually, no, they're going to be swapping that
Ooh.
one to... I don't remember off the top of my head. Where was it? Either way, it's a really broken character. I remember that. So... we'll probably figure that out later. I do remember that their ultimate is the railgun. So we've got a lot as right now. Blue going for a lot of damage on that Bastion. He's looking for something, but Sympathy is actually going to be the one to pick up that first kill. Moon doing a lot of work on that BAP. And
we can't see.
We're getting a little...
there we go.
Hey, we're back.
And
it looks like Foost picked up a kill onto the support of ESA Mobile 81, and Maverick Esports are on the control point.
Sweet. We don't really know what happened between then.
Nope, just a quick little technical glitch, but that is okay. It does happen. Again, huge shout-outs to our production team for working very, very hard to make sure that all this stuff is running as best as possible, especially since we're still kind of in that recovery mode from Saturday's Rock the LAN, which I got to say was still a banger of event, but we're playing Overwatch right now. We got a Reinhardt coming in here trying to absorb some damage, but Foost has got the flank. Ooh. He's looking for something. He's going to be finding one kill, and then Sympathy is going to be following up, taking out Ted Cousin as well. Then Blue is going to be going down, and this is a lot of damage here for the side of Maverick Esports. Is that Lucio getting out? Oh my goodness, he escapes. He's skating all over the place. That Lucio seems to be playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater as he gets himself out of there. But this is still a push that Anna Maria College are not able to make work for themselves. What do you think went wrong, Kiwi?
It seems like their healers are dying really fast. I feel like most times you'd probably focus on the Ryan, but that's not really happening. You can tell by like Bastion right there is going for Ryan, but most of the other DPS are going for DPS or healers, but never mind.
That's 3 members of Maverick Esports going down before it gets traded, but Sympathy and Foost find 2. Foost is on a 10. He's got 3, and Maverick Esports keep the control point alive. I thought maybe Anna Maria College had something going on in there, but Maverick Esports continue to push it through, and they maintain control.
That was an amazing play by Foos. He didn't have much support around him. I think there was 2 or 3 people in his ult. Killed both of them and got the last attacker or defender, whatever you want to call him now. Oh my gosh, the teleport into sight with the invincibility shield and a Baptiste ult all at once. What is this chaos that's happening?
Sympathy is going to be using the railgun. ESA Mobile trying to take down some of the little bit of extra support. Sympathy gets another one. The Lucio ult does come through, which is going to be absolutely massive for Maverick Esports, as Foost is going to be picking up another one. Sympathy is going to be picking up one, and this overtime is short-lived, and Maverick Esports strike first in control.
Beautifully played by Maverick Esports. I mean, they only got 4%. 4.
Yeah. That was a very, very dominating game. As we saw in their match last week, they had multiple controls that were going to 99-99 and just like coming down to the absolute wire. So I bet it feels really good for them to get something that's a pretty dominant victory there. And getting a dominating first round in any map always just feels good. It's like getting that 10-second kickoff goal, you know?
Yeah, exactly. You're just starting off hot and that momentum does swing. I say a lot. I say this about almost every video game, but I think Overwatch is another good example where it's pretty momentum based, especially on the maps. I should say, like if you got that first control, you're gonna bring in the momentum or the first point in control. Sorry, first it's 1-0 right now, as you can see. If you get that first point in control, you're looking good.
Absolutely. Now, we do see a little bit of a hero switch here on the side of Maverick Esports. Foost is going to be switching over to the Reinhardt, and Blue will be picking up the Mei, but I and Moon are going to be going down. Ted Cousin finds 2, and this is going to be a really good start for Anna Maria College, but Foost is going to be flying through there, but Blue is going to be going down. Foost finally goes down, and it looks like Anna Maria College are going to be the ones to start off the second round with a great team fight and great zoning to get control.
That was a Castle Curse and a half. I did just mention that it's a momentum-based game, and then Anna Maria said, no, it's not. they said this is ours. So there's another team fight coming out. Ryan versus Ryan right in front of everyone. Just a turret down. The invincibility field is up. Trying to help. Are Ryan's... Oh, my goodness. How is there Ryan alive? That is absolutely crazy.
Wow.
Who is that? That is... I don't even know. Ted Cousin?
Ted Cousin is their tank. Yep.
That was nuts how he's alive. Our Mei putting up amazing walls, helping our Ryan kind of get in there a little bit deeper to take more damage for us, but he needs healing. He has the invincibility shield to help him out a little bit. And Foos gets 1 kill, Blue gets 1 kill, 2 kills actually. And that is actually going to give Maverick Esports a control point back. Let's see if we can hold it this time. As they're kind of just waiting for Anna Maria to spawn back in.
Waiting for that group up. Let's see what Anna Maria are going to be pulling out here as they are starting to come up here. But Foost does have vision, and the Reinhardt's going to be dropping down. But Anna Maria have a flank on that right side. This could be dangerous. And Foost is taking a lot of damage, does manage to hold on. The double stun coming out, and Foost is going to be going down. And it looks like Anna Maria College win this one with a very fast team wipe, and they are back in control.
Wow. Yeah, when you say fast, I think that's an understatement. They got like disintegrated within seconds.
Absolutely. And that flank came in so clutch.
Yeah.
The way that they were able to divide the attention of Maverick Esports and not allow them to get in there. And it looks like they're definitely shifting the momentum for sure. This isn't nearly as dominating, but let's see what Maverick Esports are going to do in a response. The ultimate from the Reinhardt doesn't find anything. Foos is getting dangerously low, not able to get the healing that he needs as Sebastian pops the ult. The Sojourn on that red side will be popping down. Sympathy J will be taking down Blue as well, and that will be Anna Maria winning out another team fight. Maverick Esports just cannot find the hole that they need to get in there.
They might have one more team fight in them, but even if they do that, they got to win more team fights after that. We have one more team fight for sure is what I'm trying to say. Here we go.
All right.
How's it going to go this time? As Orion's is charging in. Foos has like 30 turrets on him. He's dead so fast. Our Mei has an ult. Do they use it?
Oh, they're back in there. They're in on that point. Yes. Mei is going to be freezing. That's going to be a huge ice wall. Maverick Esports might have the opportunity here, but 3 members are down. It is down to Blue and I, but Blue, unfortunately, is going to be the one to go down, and that will be contested as I goes down, but Foos is trying to get in on that Doomfist, and unfortunately, it is not enough. Anna Maria College strike back and tie this control game up.
Wow. Anna Maria, like I said, they just said, this is not a momentum-based game. They came in swinging way harder than they did in the first round. That's all I can really say. Like, that was actually crazy of how, like, every single team fight lasted like 2 seconds when Anna Maria won.
Absolutely. They had so much power and were just not allowing Maverick Esports to honestly do anything. And it all came down to that final fight, to which then, like, I don't even know exactly what went wrong. It seemed like Maverick Esports did what they needed to do, but they still just could not quite get the kills.
Yeah, I think the healers on Anna Maria are, oh my gosh, what was that angle? Those turrets are also absolutely destroying Maverick Esports. Those turrets coming in from behind and just melting Maverick Esports health. But we got Sigma, who's just spamming those pebbles right at him. I'm going to call them pebbles. I don't think that's the right term.
But Blue picks up, Blue picks up a teleporter. Foost is going to be able to pick up Jay on that Bastion. Let's see what Moon is going to be doing here. He's getting a lot of damage off. I does find a kill on the green line. Sympathy does find a kill onto Ted Cousin. Blue finds a kill onto Mince, and Foost will be picking up ESA Mobile 81. That's a team wipe, and Maverick Esports win out this first control. They win this first team fight, and they get control here in this third round. Exactly how you want to see something get started. But at the same time, they were not able to hold in that second round.
Yeah, and we can see that Anna Maria is not happy about losing that first control because they are diving. Look at Foos losing all his health. Invincibility field came in clutch, but no, Foos fell off the map. That is absolutely terrible. And now look at their Sigma going in, diving, and their May also diving. Everyone just diving in, trying to kill everyone they can see. Bastion dead. Holy, my goodness.
Damage is out, and Anna Maria are now the ones on top, and Moon will not be surviving that one, as that will be Anna Maria College doing a rinse and repeat at 34%. Will be regaining control of the point, and they are now forcing Maverick Esports, not allowing them to get past their spawn, and this is going to have to be a moment for them to strike back because they cannot allow Anna Maria to keep this momentum. They need to shift it. Foos is going to be getting in there. Bastion is going to be turning around, but Blue will be going down. Moon, Sympathy, and I are all going down. Anna Maria College are just unlocked. Maverick Esports get a little bit of percentage, but that was a fast team fight, and all of Maverick Esports are sent back to their main hangar. And we're right back to where we were.
Yeah, that team fight, right before it ended, you should saw everyone's health just disintegrated, gone. But another team fight breaking out. This is a really small portion of the map, so the team fights just keep on happening. Lucio gonna drop his ult. Everyone has pretty much unlimited health right now, but what is happening? Sigma using his ult. And Bastion not really knowing where the Lucio is. Foos was frozen.
No, Foos is the first one to fall. And now we're got eyes on Blue. Let's see what he's going to be doing on that Bastion. But he's going to be getting absolutely erased. As you can see, his health just disappear. But the rest of Maverick Esports are managing to hold strong as Sympathy does finally go down. It is now left to the supports. I is trying to stay alive. He manages to escape at least long enough. But Moon is now the one in danger. But Foos is back into the fight. Blue is going to be coming in as well with that Bastion ultimate available. Let's see what they're going to be doing with it as Anna Maria College have that point up to 80%. Foos goes flying with the Doomfist. Sympathy is going to be picking up Mince, but they have to get on the point. They don't have the time to sit and try and win out this fight if they want to keep control and keep this game alive. Foos is going to be jumping in, but his health gets absolutely destroyed, but he manages to stay alive. A clutch enemy May will keep him alive here. I is going to be taking down green line. Moon's teleporter will be going down. Foos is going to get stunned and eventually taken down as Jay is just unstoppable right now, but Sympathy goes to put out a lot of damage. Moon is able to take out Ted Cousin. We're into overtime right now as this is just staying contested, but Maverick Esports are trying to keep it alive. They might have what they need. Two members of Maverick Esports are going down, and the fight is not over. Jay is going to be getting a kill onto Sympathy. Blue will be going down, but the control is still in favor of Maverick Esports. They're able to keep it contested, and that percentage is still climbing. Anna Maria College are looking to make a move on top. Foos is going to be forced to withdraw as he finally goes down, and this will be Anna Maria College taking control. The overtime ticker is going down. Will somebody from Maverick Esports be able to get in? And they will not. Anna Maria College take map number 1.
Wow, Anna Maria, you just need a warm-up round. That's kind of what I just saw. We dominated that first round, but Anna Maria said, all right, that was just a little quick warm-up. We're dominating now. We're mad.
Yeah.
And they proved that. That was insane. Wow.
Yeah, they really turned that around. Like, they had so much damage that came in. They got absolutely, I mean, honestly, they got stomped in that first round. But then they were like, all right, you got your moment of comfort. It's our turn now. And they just took over.
Yeah, if you're Maverick Esports, you got to wonder what went so good that first round that didn't happen the remainder of the last 2 rounds of the map. You know, like you just said, we stopped them. What went so good must have not happened again for the remainder of the 2 rounds. We have to figure that out if we're gonna compete against this team, because obviously this team, when they figured it out, they're gross. Anna Maria, I'm talking about.
Absolutely. And honestly, from that side of Anna Maria, their Jay on that Bastion was absolutely disgusting. You saw so many moments where something would just happen and suddenly somebody from Maverick Esports, their health would just went from like full to gone in like less than a second, it seemed like.
You know who counters him? Genji. You know who likes playing Genji? Blue.
Blue.
Let's see it, Blue.
Yes, we have seen Blue. We have seen Blue pull out the Genji. So if that is the strategy that they're going to be looking for, I'm excited to see what they're going to pull out here as we get ready for map number 2. But with that, we're going to go to a brief break here, guys. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back here very, very shortly. Enough time for you to use the bathroom, grab another Rockstar, and get right back here. So don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody, to the Overwatch match for tonight of Maverick Esports versus Anna Maria College. We are loading into map number 2, the Hybrid Kings Row, and we're just coming off of a, honestly, very surprising map number 1. Maverick Esports took a lot of power in that control, and then it immediately swapped around, and Anna Maria College took over, and they just showed up and took map 1 pretty dominating. So right now they're sitting at a 1-0 victory, but we're loading into Kings Row. A very, very beautiful map. Honestly, I think it's my favorite map in all of Overwatch. I love the aesthetic about it, even though like Ham and I were talking, it actually is like a very sad backstory. I don't remember what it is, but it is still a very beautiful map. And with that, we are about 38 seconds getting into this game, and we are seeing, Maverick Esports is now on that red side, so that's going to be throwing me off a little bit. Are they pulling out Winston?
It is a Winston, and we also have a Widow. That's nice to see. Of course, the Baptiste.
Oh, they might just be.
You can't go wrong with the
Boost
Baptiste.
might be messing with it here.
Maybe. It'd be funny to see Winston. Oh, yeah, he goes. Foos goes back to the center.
I draw the star.
Oh, now back to
Look
Winston.
on the bright side.
He's playing with us.
Oh.
Yeah, Moon and Baptiste, man, they're like they're just the same person. Like, you don't see them not in the same room.
That's very true. We do have I pulling up that Kiriko. I am a 3 Kiriko fan. Kiriko is definitely a great chance to be. Who is that?
That is, why am I drawing a blank? Dude, I literally, if you told me it, I knew it. It was...
Sombra?
No, it is not. It is,
Oh god. I don't know,
but
either way, that's a cool looking character, that's for sure. And it does look like, so we've got Maverick Esports are on the attacking side, it looks like. No, maybe Maverick Esports are on the defending side. I honestly can't tell right now. Either way, they're moving in, doing what needs to be done. That point A is contested. Boost is getting a lot of damage off on that Sigma. Does spot out some enemies up in the window. There is a dangerous flanking position here. The high ground is given over to Anna Maria, but it doesn't matter as Maverick Esports are actually on the attacking side, and they are keeping that contested. The ticks are going up. All they need to do is get this control point quickly, then they have a lot of time to work with to get to that payload. But Ted Cousin and Green Line will be taking down Sympathy and Blue. But Foost is still in there. He is just an unstoppable force, as we have now confirmed that Sympathy is on the Echo. And things are contested right now, but Moon continuing to keep Foost alive, not allowing that tank to go down, as the rest of Maverick Esports are coming in to defend this, to take over this point to hopefully start pushing the payload. They're getting 2/3 of it taken on this A site, and it looks like they've done what they need to do. Anna Maria College trying to make that final push to hopefully try and stop this, but Ted Cousin will be finally going down, and Maverick Esports have that A site, and they're going to begin pushing the payload, but the fight is not stopping, because Anna Maria College are going to try and drain them out as much as they can. Sympathy is going to be spotting out Green Line, but...
Bye.
Oh, never mind. Foos comes in and will clean them up. Maverick Esports are off to a great start here in map number 2.
Yeah, that was well fought by both teams. I think obviously Maverick Esports did it better because they won the whole thing, but seeing some character switches on Anna Maria's side. We just saw Soldier switch to May. I'm still really shocked that they have a Life Weaver in there. I think the Life Weaver is kind of out of meta. I could be wrong. I'm only a silver. I don't see Life Weavers anymore. But you see Jay is still in the Bastion, but we haven't seen the Genji counter yet. But here we go, Maverick Esports. Sigma with a nice ultimate against Bastion, but did nothing to him. Nice healing from Anna Maria's team. We see the Ryan pushing forward, taking the shots. And the Life Weaver ultimate comes out too with the tree. And here goes Echo, just finished up their ultimates. And they're flying around trying to beam everyone.
Ooh.
Gets Bastion out of there. Nice healing for both teams coming out as Moon and I are doubling up, getting everyone alive. And oh my goodness, as soon as I say that.
Anna Maria do what needs to be done, and they've got 4 kills stopping this payload push. You know, I thought that kill on that Bastion was going to be absolutely massive for Maverick Esports, but apparently the Reinhardt ultimate is still much stronger.
And now we have our own Orisa. Orisa's my favorite tank, so I'm very much happy to see this. Again, Blue's still on the May. I gotta respect it. I suck at May, so I you know, like I said, you gotta respect it. Moon and I still doing a great job on healing. As you see, they're healing right here. Foos is getting dumped on, especially with that invisibility field being there, but the May ultimate comes out.
Oh,
here
my
comes the frags.
goodness,
Sympathy and Foos team up. That Reinhardt is just backing up, hoping to live, but the payload's being pushed. Nice. Oh my goodness, she slept. This is
It
chaos.
doesn't even matter. The supports are all over the place as Sympathy and Foost pick up 2. And Foost will be getting another, or Moon will be picking up another one, and that will be the checkpoint being hit for Maverick Esports. They have so much time now to push that payload to the very end as they've got 3 minutes and 40 seconds. This is what we are wanting to see from Maverick Esports. The team fight wins. Everything is coming together for them in the second map. Now, hopefully, they can finish out this push and then defend well. Echo with the ult, trying to come out. That's going to be the ultimate pop, and that will be a nice shot there as, but oh no, Jay only used the ult to take out some teleporters, so currently nobody is dead on either side. Foost getting a lot of healing as he was getting pretty dangerously low, but thankfully the supports are there for the side of Maverick Esports. Foost doing a lot of damage, still nobody dead. Green line gets dangerously low, but they do manage to back out just in time. The Bastion is back. Blue is going to be the first one to fall with nobody on the side of Anna Maria falling right now. Sympathy does eventually go down. Foost is going to be forced to withdraw with the rest of the team, trying to stay alive here to keep some poke happening. Sympathy is down and back up, and Maverick Esports, they managed to get out with only losing 2 members, but they are still forced to withdraw here and have to prep for another push attempt.
Yeah, now the big team fight going to come out here. Maverick Esports, obviously, if you don't know how this goes, you want to get this payload down as fast as you can. And so here we go, a huge push coming from Foost, trying to get that Bastion out of there. Bastion dead, that's a huge kill. Invincibility field down. And their Baptiste is running away. They're scared. This Reinhardt's being a big pain to Orisa right now. Oh my gosh, a huge wall from Mei. Mei has an ultimate as well. Are they going to use it? No, that Lifeweaver's going to die anyway from Foost. Another Mei versus Mei right now. And they're both in their ice cubes. This is not Bastion's bag. Can Foost kill him? What is happening?
Oh, and
the ultimate.
Oh no, Foost stays alive.
Goodness.
How is this happening? Maverick Esports are continuing to keep this one going, but Ted Cousin comes out of nowhere with the ham and does take out the rest of Maverick Esports, forcing them to withdraw. Anna Maria College continue to hold the line, but that payload is dangerously close. Maverick Esports are going to have the opportunity for one more really solid team fight here. They have to stay on that point, keeping that one alive, and they're going to have to make sure that they do what needs to be done. The Bastion is going to be copied here from Sympathy. That's going to be a lot of damage that's going to be happening here. Foost is in on that backline.
Oh my goodness.
And that
ultimate
is disgusting. The ultimate comes through the artillery. Sympathy does find a teleporter, but that's still a lot of damage. And Blue will be taking down Ted Cousin. That tank kill is going to be absolutely massive for Maverick Esports. Moon is going to be able to take out Green Line. They're still trying to find the damage. Moon takes out ESA Mobile. Blue takes down Jay. Sympathy takes down Mint. And that will be the team wipe as Maverick Esports complete round 1 with all 3 points and 53 seconds left to remain. Now, will Anna Maria College be able to replicate this kind of an attack?
If you want me to predict right now, I think they can. This is going to be a really close one. I think we might be seeing overtime. But we'll see, because Maverick Esports are the one that picked this map. So maybe they have some strategies against certain comps and whatever. So we'll have to see how that goes out as round 2 is going to start here in a few seconds here. I'm kind of curious of what Maverick Esports are going to do now that they're on defense when it comes to players, obviously. I liked the Orisa. I don't know if we're going to stick with it, but I really did like the Orisa. And we are sticking with the Orisa. I'm so smart. Foost is sticking with the Orisa. We got Mei, we got Echo, Baptiste, Kiriko. Same comp as we just were when we're attacking. They're playing against Baptiste, Lucio, Widow, Zarya, and Baptiste. Not Baptiste, Bastion. I get mixed up all the time. It's actually wild.
They are very close. I mean, they're close in name, so it does make sense that that would be kind of a bit of a struggle. But either way, we've got 9 seconds to go here. Let's see if Anna Maria College are going to be able to win this attacking round, or if it will be Maverick Esports trying to put up that stone wall and keeping them from going in. One of the big things that will be huge for Mav. Wow, Sympathy opening up huge, getting that quick kill onto the Widowmaker.
And now Sympathy kind of awkward spot, gets good heals though. I'll tell you this, Maverick Esports healing is impeccable. Like, this is some nuts healing. Like, I don't think I could compete against this. Like I said, I'm a support main earlier, but Sympathy, like this is what I'm saying.
My gosh.
How are you alive, Sympathy? You know how? Because I is right there backing you up.
I told you, it's the supports. Foost and Blue will be teaming up to take out Mints there, but Sympathy finally goes down, but I is going to be answering back with the kill onto Jay. Foost is staying alive. They are managing to hold this point, keeping that attacking team from getting inside. This is a great defensive start here for Maverick Esports, because one of the things that's set them apart in their attack round is they got to that control point pretty quickly, and if they're able to at least stall them for longer, they can make it very difficult for Anna Maria College to get that payload through. Now let's see what they're going to be able to do with this, as Blue is still putting out a lot of damage, but Foos is getting dangerously low, and that will be Ted Cousin taking them out. Combined with the damage from that Bastion, that is a dangerous position here. Anna Maria College are finding the opportunity to get in, and that will be 3 kills going over to the side of Anna Maria College. And Maverick Esports just get torn apart, and that will be 5 minutes for Anna Maria College to escort this payload to their final point.
Wow, that push was nuts. That's like, all right, that's an understatement. Nuts. Like, that was an amazing push. They, Anna Maria did a great job of like singling out the most important characters. Like the tank was away from the healers and whatnot. Brilliant play from Anna Maria. And now, like you said, they have plenty of time to push this payload, and we'll see how that goes out, because they have we have an Echo ultimate coming in soon. And also, they have 2 ultimates. They have a Baptiste and a I'm calling them McCree. Cassidy.
Ooh. But Foost goes in, does take down 1, but Jay is going to be taking down Sympathy, and Mints will be winning that one over Foost. Not something we were expecting at all. Blue trying to get a lot of damage out there, doesn't find it quite yet. Is going to be forced to go frozen and manages to just barely escape with their lives, as the rest of Anna Maria are pushing them way farther back than their spawn, but Foost is now back in there and can start helping out a little bit. Moon is back up, trying to get back over to that payload, but there is still so many members of Anna Maria College just being up in their face, making Maverick Esports really struggle to get back up onto that payload. But Moon does have that ultimate available. We do have the ultimate available as well.
Oh my gosh, Moon, how are you alive? Uses the invincibility field to get out of the Cassidy ult. And now in a 1v1 against said Cassidy, and Baptiste wins that every day.
That's McCree.
Cassidy is their now name. McCree is not. They switched the name around.
Did they actually?
Yep, because I think the voice actor of McCree got in some trouble, so they switched the name to make up for it for whatever reason. But
interesting.
A minute has passed. 2 minutes have passed since they've gotten the payload in their hands. So this is looking good for Maverick Esports, getting rid of a lot of time. But here comes a humongous push from Anna Maria. We'll see how Maverick Esports can deal with it, but they really can't, because Sympathy's down already. And so is Moon. Oh my goodness. And so this is not looking good for Maverick Esports. You have 2 important players already out, and then a Blue getting hurt, and now technically out of the play for being in the Ice Cube. Healing up though, get a good wall down, but dead instantly. Oh my gosh.
That is a lot of damage from Green Line. Just not what you want if you are Maverick Esports. Foost is going to get taken down, and Anna Maria College are back to moving that payload. Sympathy is now back up, is going to be the lone one to try and poke them back, keep them from getting to that checkpoint. But one of the things, too, is Anna Maria College have a little over 2 minutes to get it to that checkpoint, and then I believe they get an additional minute and a half. They get an additional minute and a half to get it to the end. So they have 3.5 minutes to push this payload to try and match up with Maverick Esports. They have a lot of time, but Maverick Esports have been putting up a nice wall. So let's see if they're going to be able to hold on to this, as the Graviton Surge will be coming out from the Zarya combined with the Bastion ult, but it will only find Moon, as the Orisa stays alive and will get a lot of damage off onto the Zarya, but unfortunately Foost is going to get taken down as Green Line gets 2 kills. Jay gets another one. I is forced off the side of the map, and Anna Maria College are pushing this payload, as the rest of Maverick Esports have to respawn and get back in there quickly if they're going to keep this one alive.
Yeah, Maverick Esports now, you got to dive, you got to play aggressive, you got to get them off this payload, because they have a long way to run once they're dead. So the more kills you get, the better. Here we go, a huge team fight. We do have an Orisa ult. Let's see if they do use it. Seems like they're pretty crowded, so it'd be pretty good to use it. But We'll have to see as Bastions. Oh, here comes the
There
ultimate.
it is.
It did not kill anyone, but it did not matter because Boostus kills Mince right afterwards. Moon gets a kill on Jay, but oh my goodness, there Lucio is bros. Kills Boost. Here comes our Tracer killing Cassidy, right? How are you not dead, Cassidy? This is nuts. Cassidy's still being really low. Oh, Tracer almost teleports off.
Beautiful teleport back to stay alive. Tracer getting a lot of damage. That will be Sympathy taking down, doing some damage, but that is a double kill on that Lucio, and it looks like actually Maverick Esports are winning this one out on the bare brink of anything. That payload is now moving back towards the side of Anna Maria College. An absolutely massive team fight win for Maverick Esports that I didn't even realize they had won.
Yeah, it was that close. We do have a Mei ult that's gonna be huge if we're running kind of risky. We have a Baptiste ult now as well. Tracer's almost there. And actually there goes the Mei ult right now, but there also goes the Zarya ult that kind of low-key counters it. We'll see what happens here as a few kills come out. Sympathy kills Jay. And oh no, there's Zarya just jumped off the map.
And Ted Cousin is down. This spells disaster for Anna Maria College. And Sympathy is going to be taking down Mince. And Anna Maria College are backed off once again. Maverick Esports hold the line, and they have a minute and 15 seconds to finish this one out and take their first map in this series.
Yeah, there's Zarya. The Zarya dying was absolutely huge for Maverick Esports. I mean, the tanks, if you have a really good tank, it's hard to push forward, but now they switch to Ryan. Let's see how this goes as Ryan's going to use his shield to try to get closer now. Our Orisa is holding their line. Foos doing a great job of just not letting them push forward. Lucio ult does come out on the side of Anna Maria,
goodness,
but
Boost
this
is
is getting
still
too
alive!
close.
But that is 2 kills going over to the side of Anna Maria College. This could be it, but the Tracer ult comes out. It does find one onto green line, but Anna Maria College are still pushing as Sympathy does go down. The rest of Maverick Esports have got to get in there quickly because this is going to be disastrous for Anna Maria. Boost is in there on that Doomfist, getting a lot of damage. That payload is going to stay contested. Currently nobody is down yet. And that's still not quite anybody down. I thought maybe somebody was dying yet, but Foos is going to be the first one to fall. Jay will be following directly afterwards. That is a tank for a damage. Let's see which one is going to matter more. But Blue is not on the payload, and that might be it for Anna Maria. But Blue is going to be stunned, going down. Sympathy will be going down as well. Green line is absolutely unstoppable on that Cassidy. We're going into overtime right now. Maverick Esports have to pull it, but it does not look like it will be coming through. In map number 2, we go to overtime as Anna Maria College in the final minute secure that payload.
Wow, Anna Maria, that last push was amazing. Like, Maverick Esports in that exact situation have a good advantage because they have their spawn points are closer to the payload than Anna Maria's. So the fact that like Anna Maria was like they had people dying but getting there really fast, and then Maverick Esports couldn't quite keep up with that's something, man. I can't even like tell you like anything. I can't even go more in depth about that because like that's just over my head.
Yeah, the Anna Maria managed to come out from what was looking like a Maverick Esports victory in that final round, and then they just could not stop Anna Maria from doing what they needed to do there. So a great job from, honestly, that was a really good job from Anna Maria to get that final push, and now Maverick Esports are on the defense for this. They have to hold them here for, I think, do they both get one more attack?
Yes, they both do.
Okay.
Anna Maria has 1 minute to get the payload moving, and then we have a minute 53 seconds to get the payload moving.
Okay, so oddly enough, in a weird way, Maverick Esports kind of came out a little bit on top from that one. Now, if they can stop this control push, this could be victory for Maverick Esports. It's not a lot of time for Anna Maria to do something, so it's going to be playing it down to the wire, but they're going to be immediately flying in there quickly. Foos is going to be hopping in, and that Orisa once again trying to get a lot of damage onto that tank. Blue is going to be getting dangerously low, but gets healed up right back immediately. Maverick Esports going to be backing forward, keeping control on that poking. Sympathy is going to be pulling out that Bastion. trying to get a lot of damage, but that
You'll
will
lose.
be Anna Maria trying to get up on to that point, and that Reinhardt will not be going down, but Bastion is out here in artillery mode trying to get a lot of damage, doesn't quite get any kills quite yet, but Sympathy does stay alive thanks to the beauty of the Maverick Esports supports. Foos getting a lot of damage here. Currently still nothing to be seen in terms of death.
10
Actually, no,
seconds.
Ted Cousin does go down with only 7 seconds left to go. Ted Cousin goes down, Jay shortly quite behind. Maverick Esports have found what they needed. They've got the kill onto Foos, however, but Sympathy will be taking down ESA Mobile, and we are into overtime as they've got one member still on there. Nobody quite able to get yet onto that point, as that will be, I think a Wrecking Ball hopped onto that point there at the end, and that will be overtime done, and round 3 will go with Anna Maria College not finding anything, so this will be Maverick Esports having the opportunity. They have 1 minute and 53 seconds to get that control point and win this game.
They literally only need 0.1% capture progress in 1 minute and 53 seconds. I think this is very doable for Maverick Esports. Could be wrong. We'll see, because Anna Maria, they're an aggressive team. Like they don't hold back. They aren't afraid to hold W at you. So we'll see how Anna Maria does in this last life, pretty much. This is your last life. You're 1 minute and 53 seconds for Maverick Esports just to get 0.1% of the capture progress. We'll see how this goes.
That's true. They literally have to get like 1 tick on it, and they've got it.
Yes, that's what.
That's really good for Maverick Esports, but at the same time, Anna Maria has been keeping this very close, so we'll see what they're going to be pulling out here. I'm excited. This Overwatch is such a it's such a cool esport in the instance of these really close games just become so high stakes. I really wish that the developers would just treat the game better.
Yeah, tell me about it.
And we are getting into it. Let's see what Maverick Esports are going to be doing here. Moon is going to be up on the top trying to get some of that early poke as Foost is moving in on that Orisa once again. And now this is where it all comes down. If Maverick Esports get even 1 tick, they will be taking this second map and tying up the series. But Anna Maria have to hold this for just a little bit longer. This is going to be This is Maverick Esports doing what needs to be done.
Let's go.
And that will be Maverick Esports taking map number 2 in a very fast fashion. That was one of the fastest overtime victories I think I've ever seen in an Overwatch game. So Maverick Esports tie up this series 1-1.
That was well played in that overtime. I think overall, Maverick Esports looked like the better team in that whole map. Despite, I feel like when they were on defense, they were losing a lot of team fights that they probably shouldn't have lost, but they still came up with. I mean, they forced Anna Maria to be on that payload at the very last second, and that caused Anna Maria to also freak out when they're in overtime. You have to get on that point. You have to capture. You have to move that payload as far as you can in 1 minute. That's more likely not going to happen against Maverick Esports, who just figured out how you guys play on defense when they're playing defense. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And then Maverick Esports have 53 extra seconds to get 25 or 33% of the capture progress, like the 1 tick, like we said, and then it's over. Maverick Esports set themselves up for success in that one.
They really did, and honestly, as close as that game was, I definitely have to agree with the Maverick Esports was looking a lot stronger in that, because even though, again, Anna Maria got through, it took them almost a minute longer to get that payload to that final point, which gave them less time to work with, and I feel like Maverick Esports have really started to begin to kind of find their groove. You know, at the end of Control, we saw Maverick Esports going ham, destroying right away, and then in the second and third control points, it seemed that Anna Maria was like, all right, we now know how you guys function, and we beat you. And now it looks like Maverick Esports have figured out how Anna Maria functions, and now the momentum is definitely starting to swap to that other side.
Momentum, last time I brought that up, Anna Maria said doesn't exist. So I'm afraid of that word.
It's true, but regardless of how some people might shift momentum, it still does exist whether we like it or not. So we're going to be going into a quick little break here, but when we come back, we'll be loading into Servasa for Flashpoint, which is King of the Hill on steroids, as I like to call it, or if you're familiar with Call of Duty's Hardpoint map, pretty similar to that. Points are going to be changing periodically, and it is, I think it's once again like first to 3 gets the map victory. But don't go anywhere, guys, because this is a series of Overwatch. If there ever was one to watch, Maverick Esports and Anna Maria College tied 1-1. Don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back.
I'm going to do the intro this time because you were not ready. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Maverick Esports, where we are on map 3 of our Overwatch match tonight against Anna Maria. We just witnessed us take map 2 in overtime. It was a pretty dominant overtime. All we needed to do is get one tick on the payload, and we won. The first map went to Anna Maria, so it's 1-1 in the series right now, and it's a best of 5. So we're more than likely gonna see the map 4 for sure. But the way that this is going, it seems like they're pretty evenly matched teams. Might be going map 5.
Ooh, that would be hype. It would be the first map 5 I actually have casted for Overwatch, so I'd be excited to see kind of what we're going to be doing here as we are in the Cervasa map, another gorgeous map. If there's anything that Overwatch has done right, the maps look beautiful. Like
the lighting,
the aesthetic is just so good. And now we have the Orisa comp coming out again, but this time Anna Maria have opted for the Genji, but it doesn't even seem to matter as Green Line is going to be going down right away. But Boost takes a lot of damage, but Moon does keep him alive, and then Sympathy does go down, getting traded away. But it does look like Maverick Esports are getting the upper edge on this fight as the rest of Anna Maria College are either dying or backing off, and they're getting a lot of percentage on this flashpoint here, unable to get in, and this is just a lot of damage. Never mind, Anna Maria has maybe found an in. Blue trying to get in on that point is not able to do it. The rest of Maverick Esports is disintegrated, and Anna Maria College are now in control of this first flashpoint.
That was well played by Anna Maria. Despite it being down in numbers, they kind of like maneuvered their way around to force Maverick Esports to kind of ignore them. And then they just got the point for free. Blue tried to stop it, but then he got stuck because of a rail being here.
Yeah, I think, too, Maverick Esports got a little bit greedy on those kills. They definitely chased when really, honestly, what they needed to do at that point was just start stacking around the point, keeping it secure. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but Sympathy goes artillery, and this will be a lot of damage coming out from this Bastion if this works out well. They do take out the Reaper, and that's going to be more damage coming out on that Anna Maria side. And Maverick Esports are trying to hold this one, but Sympathy going down could spell disaster here as the May starts to try and get more damage, but Blue does get taken down. I is going to be taken down as well, and Boost is the man with the plan to stay alive. Not quite able to get one. Does manage to take down the Kiriko before Ted Cousin does take down Foos, and Moon will be falling again, and this will be point number 1 going over to Anna Maria College.
That was interesting. Really interesting. I don't really know how to describe it other than that. With both teams being pretty aggressive, I really thought that Maverick Esports were going to take over that last one, but they couldn't get it. I mean, the Boost was last one alive from the field. You're going to lose that every time in a 1v3 or 4, where the heck it was.
Absolutely. College is now the one's going to be looking for the attack as the Kiriko all does go down. Moon is going to be taking down Mintz, and actually also taking down Jay as well. That's a double kill for the support. Sympathy will be taking down Green Line, and Maverick Esports have found what they needed on this second point. Sympathy and Boost and Moon tag team to get another double, and they're back on that point. Now hopefully they don't get too greedy this time. They're choosing to opt out. They already know they've won the fight, so they're just going to hang back and start prepping for the counter attack that's going to come from Anna Maria. Beautiful start to this point. Now hopefully they'll be able to hold on, because right now they don't want Anna Maria to get any more ground on this map, so that way they aren't the ones on the back foot going into map number 4.
We'll see how that works out for Maverick Esports. As you can see, Anna Maria teaming up. Look how close they are. They're ready to just hold W on our Maverick Esports, but a Bastion does come out, forces everyone to move. They have a Genji now who's going to dash away from our Orisa, and as actually wanting it, the Joker Queen is stuck in the wall. The May ultimate comes out. Lucio trying to run for his life, but Orisa had to back off eventually. And our Junker Queen is back, trying to take on Blue. Blue gets killed from their Junker Queen. And here comes Lucio, Junker Queen, and everyone else trying to take out Foos. But Foos is unstoppable force. As I say that, he takes a lot of damage, but he's back. Moon and I kind of getting taken away from him. And Foos has his ultimate. We'll see if he uses it. He does on the Junker Queen. The Junker Queen dead. No, so close.
Oh my gosh, how do you not die from that? We're now over into overtime. Foos is the one to hold the line here. Foos is trying to get it so much damage. That's going to be Sympathy going down. Jay will be going down shortly afterwards. But there are so many members of Anna Maria College in on this point. It is at a 0%. Foos and Blue are going to be falling down, and it looks like Maverick Esports are going to be opting for a counterattack and just letting that control go over. Even though they're at the 99%, they definitely don't want to try and overdo it, and it's looking like I is maybe going to be, oh no, not quite switching. I thought maybe he was going to be switching heroes there.
He's just getting his homies back pretty fast. That's what one huge thing about Lucio is that the speed that he gives off to his teammates is absolutely crazy, and it's really useful to get back to point. As we see Maverick Esports teaming up, just pushing right down the middle, hoping to see some results out of this. And here comes the Bastion turret. Oh, our Orisa cannot be healed currently. And the Reaper is on our Orisa. Boost. Can't speak. And here comes the Bastion ult potentially. He's trying to sneak away and use it. Yep, here it comes. And all over points.
Going to be disgusting if that works, but unfortunately that Genji is just too powerful, as Genji is going to be picking up 2 kills, and Boost trying to stay alive here, not quite able to do it. Sympathy is going to be going down actually no, Sympathy went down a while ago, so ignore me. Green Line will be using that Genji ult to take down and that Orisa all comes through, does not find anything. Boost is trying to stay alive, but that Reaper is just too much damage, and that will be Moon going down, and the rest of Maverick Esports fall, as Anna Maria College already have that second flashpoint, and they're going to keep looking for blood here as Maverick Esports look to rotate, but Sympathy picks up a double kill, and Maverick Esports need to strike here on this point if they're going to not be the ones on the back foot going into map number 4.
Yeah, this is not looking good for Mavericks Esports, but it all kind of goes on to this last point right here, or potentially last point. Mavericks Esports, I think, Foos is doing a great job of staying alive. Everyone else, on the other hand, is quite hard to say otherwise. We'll have to see if they can make the last-second adjustments so they can potentially take over this map as Anna Maria starts pushing towards them.
There we go. Anna Maria moving in. Foos taking a lot of damage, but the healing does come out from the support. Foos is dangerously bouncing around that stage of whether or not they're alive or dead, and that will be I going down blue following shortly afterwards, but Foos hits the disgusting angle to keep to take out ESA, and then Sympathy will be taking down Jay, and Maverick Esports are the ones to come out on top in this team fight. Absolutely huge, and now they have to keep Anna Maria College from getting in on this point, so that way they can strike back. This map is definitely not over, and Maverick Esports have an opportunity here to do what they need to do to win this one out.
We'll have to see what Foos does. He's the guy that's been staying alive the longest, like I mentioned earlier. If he can keep that up, and the rest of his teammates can also keep it up, and Maverick Esports, they're going to be an unstoppable force as Foos does push forward, trying to take out the Kiriko. The Kiriko gets away pretty easily, and there goes the Genji. Kiriko's still alive somehow. Reaper ult comes in, does not take anyone out. Oh, but Foos gets taken out by the Reaper, and so does Lucio.
Once again in overtime, Anna Maria College clutch up and take over that flashpoint, not allowing Maverick Esports to do what they need to do. They just continue to just break through the stone wall that Maverick Esports are trying to put up. Jay is coming in so clutch on that Reaper, not getting so much damage, but then also just not dying. Now let's see what Maverick Esports can do as they try to set up for a counterattack. They need this point so that way they can win in this third map, as Moon will be going down immediately. Green Line will also be taking down Sympathy. The Lucio ult is going to be coming through, and it does not look like it's going to be making that much of a difference, but they do take out the Genji, which could spell disaster for Anna Maria College. If the rest of Maverick Esports can get in there 70% on that point, they have to find the in. If they aren't able to get in there, then this will not work out well for them. Retreating back to use that speed boost to get the rest of the team back there. And Maverick Esports are looking for that attack. They're trying to make the moves inside. Boost is going to be in on that point, keeping everything contested. That's going to be a lot of damage coming out on that Orisa, but they are not able to find the kills. Boost is going to be the one to go down. Anna Maria College have this one into overtime, and this might be it, as Anna Maria College are able to hold the line, and Anna Maria take map number 3, and they are now one map away from winning this series over MNSU.
Wow. There's not a lot of words I can say about that, especially that last point. I feel like Maverick Esports, when they're on offense, they play pretty good. But Anna Maria showed up, their defense was very strong. Once they got on that point after Maverick Esports was on it for, last I remember, it was like at least 50%. Anna Maria showed up, kicked Maverick Esports' butt out of there, and said, "This is our new home. You ain't getting in." And dang, they were right. They did not let them in.
Yeah, absolutely. And honestly, a lot of that credit from what I'm seeing has to go to the DPS combo of Greenline and Jay. Not only are they just constantly racking on so much damage, but they're just unkillable.
Yeah.
As much as Maverick Esports are trying to take them out, they are managing to teeter just along the line of staying alive and dying. Right when you think they're dead, they pull out one clutch ability and they're still alive.
And one thing I gotta mention is that with Greenline being Genji, that kind of forces us not be able to play Bastion as well, because Genji is a pretty good counter for Bastion, because Genji has the deflecting move that like deflects bullets and whatever, and you can send that right back to Bastion. Bastion's dead or loses a lot of health or whatever. And so that kind of forces Maverick Esports to rethink about what they want to do with this comp, because that Bastion, the last few maps, was really good.
Yeah.
We were just talking to their coach, Logan, who was talking about how their Maverick Esports Bastion was absolutely destroying the Zarya, because the Zarya was the counter pick for Orisa. So a lot of counter picks are coming in for both sides. I think right now Anna Maria had the upper hand on the counter picks. We'll see if Maverick Esports can teeter-totter it out just like they just did in map 2. We'll have to see.
Yeah, we will see for sure as we're getting ready to play on our push game mode. But with that, we are going to be going to a quick break here as the players are just taking a break, letting themselves kind of refresh, regroup, and get ready for map number 4. So we are all going to do the same here. So don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back here with more Overwatch action in just a little bit.
Students at Minnesota State Mankato, and we had a big idea. Turn our love of gaming into a varsity esports team. In our first year, we earned a national championship and created a fun and friendly community. Be a Maverick. Learn more at mnsu.edu.
Stay in the loop with Mavericks Esports. Sign up for our newsletter, scan this code, or visit esports.mnsu.edu, and follow us on social media at esportsmnsu.
Welcome back, everybody, to map number 4 for Minnesota State University Mankato versus Anna Maria College. We are getting ready to go into map number 4 here in just a little bit. A little bit of a hiccup as we get ready for this next map up. Now, this next game mode that we're going to be playing is called Push. For those who aren't familiar with Push, what you're going to be expecting is so Push is an interesting game mode. So basically how it works is you have this robot that is in the middle of the map. And once you gain control of the robot will run forward and start, well, pushing this like barrier thing. I don't know exactly what it is, but it starts pushing it towards the other team's side. And then basically then whichever team pushes it the farthest by either the time the timer is over or if it gets to that goal area, then you'll win. So Push is, I always kind of like to call it like a reverse tug of war. Rather than try to pull the other team towards your side, you're trying to push something towards their side. You can see the big robot there. Look at him. He's looking so beautiful. That is one good-looking robot.
Yeah, look how buff he is, man.
Yeah, dude's got some muscles. I wonder if they're related to Bastion at all.
I have no clue. I haven't been in the Overwatch lore forever, so.
I've never been in the
since
Overwatch
like 2017,
lore, so
like the lore. I used to be like deep into that, and the next thing you know, just like Fortnite came out, and I was in.
Bro, really? You were that guy? Come on.
I was in middle school when Fortnite came out.
Wow. I think I was in like my 10th or 11th grade year of high school when it came out.
I was in 8th grade. I remember that.
What year did Fortnite even come out?
2018. 2017, 2018.
I was a senior in high school when it came out. Thanks. Now I feel old. Great. All right. Well, either way, we're loaded in here. We've got Foost on the Sigma. We've got Blue. I don't even know who Blue is playing, but we got Sympathy back in the Echo. Moon on the BAP. Big shocker. And I back onto that Kiriko here. Let's see what Maverick Esports are going to be able to pull out here as they're fighting over control of that robot. The robot's going to be unlocking here in 5 seconds, and this does look like a lot of damage in favor for Maverick Esports right now, but Ted Cousin is going to be staying alive here. Moon is actually going to be the one getting pretty dangerously low here, but Foost is doing a lot of damage here. Green line is going to be going down. The Genji is going to be the first one to fall, which will be huge for Maverick Esports because like we talked about, that damage duo of Greenline and Jay is just doing a lot. Mintz is going to be falling down. And it does look like, though, that Anna Maria College have early control over the robot, but Maverick Esports are here to start pushing them out. Let's see what they're going to be doing here now as Maverick Esports have control of the robot and are making moves here to do what needs to be done. 10 meters forward right now, and Maverick Esports are honestly off to a really good start here. Hopefully they're going to be able to maintain control of this robot because this is what you need to try and force a map 5. Anna Maria just have to win this map to win the series, but Maverick Esports have the hills to climb, and they're certainly looking like they're going to be doing it right now.
We got an Echo ult waiting to be used. Sympathy being really patient on using it, which is smart because I mean, if you look right now, Anna Maria is kind of spaced out right now. We're getting some free progress onto the barrier, whatever you want to call it, and Sigma kind of pushing forward. But now here comes Anna Maria trying to not let them get the further spawn points. Oh my goodness, what a mess. Reaper is just diving in at Sigma. So is the Junker Queen from Anna Maria, but Sympathy using their ult to be Sojourn, or whatever the heck however you pronounce it, but they're just can't do too much.
Ooh, and that is a lot of damage. Anna Maria College not able to stay alive in this one as Maverick Esports, while it is contested, they are still winning this one out, but Blue and Moon are both going to be going down here. But so Sympathy does follow down shortly afterwards, but Foost is just unkillable, and as I say that, he dies. And that will finally be Anna Maria starting to make the robot turn around, but Maverick Esports are going to be right there ready to go to not let that thing go in too far before they start to try and get that robot back moving on the side that they need it to. But Anna Maria are starting to unlock some progress. Let's see what kind of response Maverick Esports have. Anna Maria does have 2 ults available, while Maverick Esports has 3. So let's see what's going to be happening here as that Sojourn ult will also be coming up here very quickly as well. The Kiriko on the side of of Anna Maria will be popping that ult. Lucio does be popping the ult as well, and that's still 3 ults available for the side of Maverick Esports, but Blue and Sympathy will both be going down. I will be going down shortly afterwards, so that's a lot of damage that is now gone as Anna Maria College tear through the line of Maverick Esports and look to start pushing that robot to close out this series quickly.
Yeah, Anna Maria looking pretty hot, honestly. They that team fight was really good for them. They took over. I mean, look how far they moved it. They moved it from the far. If you look at the top of your screen, from that red mark on the very right, took it all the way from the blue mark to the very left, from 2 team fights or so. But Maverick Esports, they're not going to let that happen for free. There's still 6 minutes left until the game is over. If not, maybe a little bit earlier. We'll have to see, but Anna Maria now have the forward spawn with Sympathy with the amazing 2 kills there. And 3, actually. Wow, that leaves Junker Queen left. It's
oh
just a free
my
kill.
gosh, that's going to be absolute devastation, and that robot's now moving back, hopefully to give Maverick Esports some more progress here. The damage duo of Green Line and Jay goes down, which spelled disaster for Anna Maria College's hopes in that team fight. Now let's see what Maverick Esports can do here. They have to hold the robot for a little bit longer, so that way they can get some more progress, but they do have to win at least one more team fight before any real progress starts happening, because that robot's got a long distance to travel before it gets anywhere. But this will be Sympathy copying that ult of copying the Junker Queen here. But I and Blue are going to be going down to the side of Maverick Esports. This is still a scary position if you are Maverick Esports. Boost and Moon go down with only a trade of a support to answer for it, as Sympathy will be going down and the robot's turning around one more time. Anna Maria College still on the upper hand here in this game.
Wow. Again, that's all I've been saying like this whole time. It's just wow, but I'm also a really low-ranked player, so it doesn't take a lot to impress me. Anna Maria, man, their team fights are looking great. It seems like every time one of their players dies, they just get there faster than Maverick Esports does. And we're going to see another team fight come out here as Anna Maria's just kind of pushed back to a choke point, kind of. Never mind, they pushed forward. There goes the Junker Queen. Actually, that was not Junker Queen. That was, I don't know who that was. I can't tell. But Blue has their ultimate here. And there goes Anna Maria just pushing forward. That is just, yep, there goes 4 people from Maverick Esports.
My gosh. Anna Maria have shown up, and they are out for blood, as multiple members of Maverick Esports find themselves respawning again, and that robot is continuing to make progress. Anna Maria are going to be looking to close out this series in a very dominant fashion here. Maverick Esports need to find some sort of response here. Boost is going to be getting kind of dangerously low, but does manage to stay alive. Barely, though, as there's just so much damage coming over on that side of Anna Maria. ESA Mobile is going to be the first one to go down, finally getting taken out as well is the tank for Ted Cousin. Jay is going to be going down as well. Sympathy is going to be finding the way in as Blue takes down Min. Sympathy takes down Green Line, and that's a team wipe for Maverick Esports, and they finally find what they need, but they still have to get that robot all the way back over before any progress gets made. So this is a huge victory for them, but they still have so much time, and they have a lot before that robot's really going to be doing anything.
Yeah, Maverick Esports now kind of in an awkward spot because that robot's right under Anna Maria, but here comes an ultimate from Echo who's going to teleport right behind everyone as Reaper. And he gets booped off from Lucio. There goes to that. Oh, wait, actually, there's still a chance to get a kill. Kiriko kind of lost in the sauce right there. Maybe Lucio. Here goes the Reaper ult.
Oh, that Death Blossom is spelling disaster as Foust also picks up 2. And that is going to be Sympathy taking down another one. Maverick Esports get another team kill, and they finally are able to start some progress with this robot. Absolutely massive team fight victory.
Yeah, amazing kills from Sympathy. I have to give that huge props for the team fight to Sympathy. Amazing ultimate to get behind the team line and just fry their two healers and then just take it over from there. Let's see if Maverick Esports can keep the momentum going. It seems like Anna Maria have no fear and they're just diving. We'll have to see how that goes for them here as Maverick Esports kind of getting pushed back a little bit.
Sympathy, I, and Moon are all dead. It is down to the combo of a tank and damage, but when you have no heals, you're not staying alive. And Anna Maria wiped the floor with Maverick Esports and are starting to make some more progress themselves. Now, 2 minutes to go. Maverick Esports are down by about 15 meters. How will they respond? Because if Anna Maria complete their push, that will be the series. What will Maverick Esports do here? Things are looking dire for them, but they're right there ready to go as here comes Anna Maria getting ready for that next fight. It is ensuing. Maverick Esports are going to be turning that robot around. Things are going to be getting contested. Foos does have the ultimate available, is going to be popping it. That's going to be the damage. Duo lifted up and dropped down to do no damage. That Sigma just is not hurting people, but that still will be Ted Cousin getting some damage out and falling now, as then ESA Mobile is going to be following, and all of Anna Maria College are getting absolutely destroyed as Sympathy and Blue come together for the team wipe, and Maverick Esports continue to fight back, needing to push this robot farther if they are going to win with less than a minute to go. Will they do it?
We will have to see. Maverick Esports still up an ultimate, but we see the Jungle Queen ultimate coming out. Actually, no, it's still going to be up an ultimate because Sympathy just got their ult. And we'll see if how they're going to use it. They used it as Reapers last time. They just did again. Can they do something with it? The invincibility field goes down. Sympathy needs to heal up, gets a good heal. Going for the DPS.
Oh no.
Chasing him down.
That's two members of Maverick Esports down, though. They only traded on a 2-for-1. Foos is trying to do something, but I is going to be the one to go down here. Foos does go down as well. Anna Maria College have found what they needed. They don't even need to push. They just need to stall for time. And Sympathy has to find something, has to get on that robot quickly, but there is just nobody else for the team to help you out. And that will be Anna Maria College taking this series 4-1 over Maverick Esports.
Man,
or 3-1.
Yes, I really thought that Maverick Esports were going to come back. They won like the last half of that game right there. Looked like Maverick Esports were in complete control. They won most of the team fights, but when it was crucial, like when they needed to win a team fight, they could not win that, especially at that bridge right there. That like it was just not close near that bridge.
Yeah. Absolutely. One thing I have noticed on the side of Maverick Esports is things have gotten where I think out of just from what I've seen, push seems to be a weaker game mode for us, honestly, because we don't see it that often.
Yeah.
There's so many times where Maverick Esports just dominates and wins in a 3-0 fashion that going into a map 4 is very, very rare for us.
Yeah.
But either way, honestly, that was a very close game. It may have looked like Anna Maria College really kind of steamrolled there at the end with that flashpoint and the push. But honestly, there were so many moments where Maverick Esports were looking so good. They just couldn't quite find that right moment to close everything out.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to conclude our Overwatch stream. But guess what we got after this?
We've got some League of Legends coming up here.
Yes, that starts at 8 o'clock. So ladies and gentlemen, please stay tuned for that. You're going to stay here. I'm not.
Yes.
So any words for them?
Well, my biggest words that I got to say is make sure you guys don't go anywhere. We've got League of Legends coming up. Very exciting to see our League boys hop onto the Rift and see what they're going to be doing in their matchup. It is going to be an absolute banger of a series, another best of 3. So don't go anywhere, guys, because Maverick Esports is not done for tonight. But for those who are here for Overwatch and won't be sticking around for League of Legends, we just want to say absolutely from the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much for being here and tagging along and supporting our team throughout all of our endeavors. And if you want to stay up to date on any and all esports action, make sure you guys are following our social media at Esports MNSU. We are on Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And as always, a huge shout out to our gold level sponsors. We have Rockstar Energy Drink, Spectrum Industries, Fat Cap, and the Campus Computer Store. Thank you so much for continuing to be a sponsor of our program and seeing as it continues to grow here at the Minnesota State University Mankato. So with that, we will be seeing you guys in just a little bit for more League of Legends, so don't go anywhere. Maverick Esports will be right back.
sports without the physical activity. That's kind of how I explain it.
It's just like regular sports, but behind a computer.
I love the idea of esports. I think this has potential to grow and to engage a lot of students.
Gaming with my parents, it did not go over well in the beginning. They saw it more as a distraction from school or from actual sports. It wasn't really until this Mankato Esports program came up that they were like, oh wow, this is an actual official thing that schools do. They kind of decided like, okay, let's take this seriously, let's support them.
We would hope every student find something that they are passionate about, that will engage them, put them in community with other students, and let them do things that help them create what it is they want to have for their education.